This recipe is more complicated than the other one. It's just like a little dessert thing that I don't eat as dessert, but I actually eat as a standalone meal at a point of the day. It has, the star of the show here is green banana. This is the greenest that I could get now, but I get them as green as I can. Just because green bananas have different properties to yellow bananas. Green bananas have resistant starch fiber type 2, which is studied for people that have gut issues. Normally have a population of bacteria that is lower in their guts, which is bifidobacteria, and these resistant fibered starch type 2 helps that specific bacteria, so it can help repopulate that bacteria so that people with gut issues can alleviate their symptoms. So I just cut it, put it here in a bowl. And also green bananas have precursors to the neurotransmitter serotonin. It has tryptophan and 5-HTP, which is important because normally we depend on our production of serotonin, which is from eating protein, and then that protein gets inside our blood, and the amino acids then have to get into the brain to be able to produce the neurotransmitters, but they compete to get into the brain, so you eat carbs to raise insulin that will drive other amino acids into muscle tissues and other tissues, and then the ones that need to go into the brain will be able to get there. But up to 90% of the serotonin can be produced by the gut bacteria. So by providing green bananas, you're providing the precursors for the neurotransmitters and the fiber that will develop these bacteria, so it's like perfect for raising serotonin levels. Then I add coconut yogurt because dairy doesn't suit very well for me since my gut issues, but I find that coconut yogurt suits me quite nice. And then I add other sort of things, for example, buckwheat. Buckwheat is a carb similar to grains, but it's not a grain. Grains come from the grass family, but this is not a grass, this is not a grain, not a cereal, it's a seed. Dicotyledonous instead of monocotyledonous. And then I will add a little bit for crunchiness, like 2 spoonfuls. Not very much because it's still very carby, and carbs tend to ferment a little bit in my gut. I then add freeze-dried berries, just because freeze-drying is a technique that dehydrates under cold temperatures and that preserves the properties of food products. So I add pomegranate, which is great for gut health. It also has antiviral properties and for chronic inflammation. So I add that one. The good thing with freeze-dried is that it lasts for a long time and you just keep it like that. I also add goji berry, which is good for the liver, it's for the gut, great antioxidant profile. So I like the antioxidant profiles of berries because they have low amounts of sugars, and those do not suit well for me. That's why I choose the green banana as well. The yellow one really doesn't suit me. And last but not least, the star from our country, Chile. This is called maqui berry. It's a berry that grows natively in the southern end of the country, and it's rich in anthocyanins, which gives it its purple color. It's also present in blueberries and other blueberries, and it has this antioxidant has been isolated and studied, C3G, which can regenerate your antioxidant levels, which are impaired in HIV, like NAD+, which is all the rage in anti-aging as well, medicine. So it's good for the gut, can lower insulin resistance, increase the sensitivity to insulin, to carbs, to tolerate them better. Then I also add this gut health fiber, which is a mix of sweet potato, green banana, artichoke. They're all green starch type 2, the resistant starch fiber that I mentioned. And it has a probiotic bacteria, the Bacillus coagulans. I like that family of bacteria because they can resist the acidity of the stomach. And that is normally a problem with probiotics because they get killed in the stomach and do not get to where we need it. So I'll add a little bit of that for that bacteria. And there's also Bacillus subtilis. So yeah, they form a shell like a spore, and that helps them resist the acid in the stomach. Then I'll add some chia seeds to get that gooey sort of gel that comes from soaking the chia. I don't pre-soak them. Some people pre-soak them. I think it's fine, and also it will maybe gel a little bit of my gut acids and all the liquids that your gut already produces, so I don't mind. Also linseed seeds, just for crunchiness mostly. I don't like the properties of linseed per se, but I do like the crunchiness of it. Add a little bit of that. That'll be all. I'll just add a little bit of water, just because we add a lot of dry ingredients, plus the chia. And this will be a great meal for me to just go and relax watching some sort of movie or TV series. And there you go.